Hello there, everyone. This is Mr. Brass, and this is a video topic that I've been wanting to go over, and it has to do with the spike in suicide rates, alcoholism, and all that jazz with women, and the comments that people like Brad Wilcox and Jessica Valenti have really gone over with how it shows how with these two people and the overall tradcon and liberal feminist movement is that they pretty much agree in principle that men should just man up and take it. And what I do find interesting is that with the increase in suicide rates, depression, incarceration, and women now are less likely to say that they want marriage than men, which is unprecedented since before it used to be men that wanted, that it used to be women that wanted marriage more than men. And I like to say that when people like Brad Wilcox, Jessica Valenti, or anyone ponders over this sort of stuff, they'll say, well, what can we do to help women who are dealing with these issues? And as a man and who's very aware of the suicide rates, depression, and marriage stuff with men, I would say that we should do exactly for women what we've traditionally done for men. Basically, that is, just tell them to woman up, blame their parents and abstract societal structures, and ultimately do absolutely zero about it. That is what I believe would be the most fair thing to do. Like, none of these people gave a shit when men were the ones that wanted marriage less than women. They weren't saying, oh, we need to convince men to want marriage more. Like, fuck that. They were like, no, they don't give a shit. At best, they might have told men that men need to man up and start wanting commitment more, but it never amounted to say maybe we need to portray masculinity and leadership in a way that conveys the benefits and how, yes, there are negatives to it, but convey the leadership and stuff in such a way that the trade-offs are worth it. People on both the right and left have no interest in that. There's no money in it for them to do that. The only thing that they want to do is just say, man up, go fuck yourself, man, and that's it. The most they might do is they might blame abstract principles and abstraction like society for it. I'd just like to tell people that people blame society when they're too much of a pussy to call out individuals. If I say Bob is oppressing me, and I could be sued by Bob if I'm a liar. However, if I just say society is oppressing me, nothing can be done about that. Because society is not a physical, singular entity that can be challenged in court like that. So my whole thing is, if we're going to just tell men when they're facing distress to man up and pretty much do absolutely nothing for them, I see no reason why men today, outside of maybe just for moral posturing and just, just to say just to say that for morality's sake, not for policy's sake, but just simply for morality's sake, which I would do. I say it is awful that women are going through that from a moral standpoint, but from a policy standpoint, men should not give a shit. Just seriously, when these people are willing to give a shit about men's issues, perhaps then men will feel more inclined to care about women's. Well, that is all for today. This is Mr. Brass saying goodbye and get wise.